My name is Mike Roush, and I'm the co-founder of Choice Provisions, and I'm here to show Tharsis. So Tharsis is a roguelikean space adventure with dice and cannibalism. It's a story about a trip to Mars for a very specific reason, and it's because we've received a signal from Mars. These astronauts do not know what the signal is about. They've just been instructed to go there and investigate it. In that mission, something horrible happens to your spaceship, and then you now have to choose to repair your spaceship and still get to Mars and still investigate this signal. So right here, you'll notice we have 4 astronauts. Underneath, we have astronauts or other characters that we're going to unlock. They're from other timelines. Each character has a specific ability, and because this is our first playthrough, I'm going to select all 4 characters and begin my trip to Tharsis. And there's Mars looking very scary. This is the tutorial. It's going to begin to tell us what's happening on our ship. I'm going to just zip through this really quickly and dealing with sort of this benzene tank inspection. So very conveniently in this game we have 2 explosive tanks in this module. That conveniently placed explosive is now activated because along our trip to Mars we have run into a micrometeorite storm. So this has really messed up our ship, and unfortunately it blew up and sent this astronaut off into space. So now we have a bunch of events coming in. All of our astronauts are now awake, and I have to start making some pretty clever decisions in order to complete my mission. So we see this 30, and this is the event, and there's this little dice right here, or die, that is our damage die, and this red rectangle is represented up here. If I don't take care of this event, it will deplete one of my ship health. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take an astronaut and send him in here because this meteoroid strike is scaring me, and it's damaged my ship, and it's making me nervous. So there's holes all over the ship from the micrometeorite storm, and we have this thing called this damage dice called Void here. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to roll my die, and you'll notice that I rolled a 2 and something that came up that said assist. So that assist I was talking about earlier has now come into play, and it's basically a blocker dice. So if I did not have that assist, this die would be sucked into the void, so I hope that shows in a minute here. So I have some options. I have a 6, a 1, and a 2, and what I think I want to do is try to pay off my work, but I'm also looking down here at my astronaut's ability, and for a 5 or greater, I get a +1 AP to any crew that's in the room. Over here, my module ability is to regain all of my actions. So if I had a pair of dice, a matching pair, 2 2s, 2 6s, what have you, if I were to do this, it would bring back all of my AP. I get 3 rolls with my die to do this, and so at this point I'm going to hold this die and re-roll these other 2 and hope to not get a 2, because that will suck, again, it will suck my die out into the void. Fortunately for me, I've got a pretty rich roll with 2 6s that would make up 12 to pay off this work. They will also give me the option to get a 5 or higher, which would get my class ability, and also I happen to have 2 pairs, so if I wanted to regain my AP with this module ability, I could do that. I have 1 roll left, and I think I want to roll this die, and luckily for me I did not get that 2. So I think I'm going to start paying off this work here and trying to reduce it. If I don't reduce it, it will carry over to the next round. So I'm going to take all my die at this point and just start paying into this to see if I can work this event down. So I have 14, and on this character right here has 3 dice, and so I'm fairly confident with this guy I can come in here and basically deplete the number I have here and finish this event. Again, I don't have any assist, so if I get a 2, I'm trying to avoid getting a 2. And, well, luckily for me, I got 2 2s. The dice are off into the void, and so I will not be able to do this event. But I'm going to re-roll this last die and hope to not get a 2. It's a 3 again, and my last roll is a 6. So I need to think a couple of rounds into the future. I could put this and work this down a little bit, but I only have 1 food, and we'll get into food in a minute. And this guy only has 2 AP or 2 die. So what I'd like to do is plan for the future a little bit, and I'm going to regain... oh, I'm sorry, this is a different character. This character has... he is a mechanic. So what he has done is he's given me more of my ship health. So I've actually inadvertently done something that is actually very good. So now I have more ship health, which is going to protect me, because the way you die in this game is your ship either dies or all of your characters die. So I'm still confident that I can deplete this event. And the reason I want to complete this event is because it has a damage that will hurt my ship. But you'll also look at this other event down here, and it says minus 1 AP to all. If I don't complete this, every single one of these characters will lose an AP. So for instance, she will have no dice for the next round. So unfortunately, if I choose this character, I can't go to this room without getting -1 health, because I can't go through this room. So I am going to send her into this module and roll my die and see what I can do. So no 2. I'm very happy about that. With these 2 die having 8, I would want to pay into that 14, but knowing that the other character only has 1 die, I'm not super confident that I can complete that event. So what I'm going to try to do here is I'm going to try to get higher than 8 with these 2 die and avoid that 2. Of course, 7 is not higher than 8, so I'm going to roll again. And I got 2 2s, which is very unfortunate. I've sent both those die into the void. That's very unfortunate for this round. Kayla here only has 1 AP, but she rolled a 5. She is the doctor. She could heal everyone in the room with her ability if I were to take this 5 and give it to her. So I'm going to finish the deployment here, and we're going to go into the damage phase. So I wasn't able to get that event taken care of because of those 2s. I got damage from that, and now all my characters have -1 AP. You'll notice here we go into this plan of action phase. And what this is these astronauts have teamed up, and they're trying to get me to make a decision on what I need to move forward. Now, because I had -1 AP to everyone, I know that I don't have a lot of dice or resources. So these guys are saying, we will give you 1 food, but it's going to affect our hull, and we're going to get stressed. So luckily, I sort of made that little mistake earlier with that character, but what I did is I got more hull. So I'm going to choose this because I want my food, and then we go into this phase. What you'll notice is because of that -1 AP, everybody has really lost out on their food, but the good news is I have 2 food to give to my my crew, who are working very hard to complete their mission. So I'm going to simply drag. This guy has full health, so I think I'm going to give it to the captain, and I like Gene a lot. So let me see here. This is the event phase. So there's more issues with the ship. This is another week. We're trying to repair all of the damage that was done. This guy was a pain in my keister earlier with all those 2s, but I'm going to go in and I'm going to try to eradicate this event. So I'm going to blow on my mouse here, and sure enough, magically, through the luck of odds, I have completed this mission, or this event rather, and now this room is clear, which is going to free up getting my other astronauts out of this room. We were able to get a lot of events off our board, which was nice because we're going to have to go through 10 rounds to get to Mars. And so because the events carry over, I don't want them to start stacking because that's going to be very difficult for me to get out of situations. I think I'm going to give AP to these guys actually because I want higher AP so I can have more die to do stuff. So this is the food distribution phase, and I don't have any. I wasn't able to go to greenhouse to earn food, so I'm basically out of luck right here, and we're going to see what happens next. The ship is now in great danger, so now I need to figure out what my best course of action is, because you'll see up here there's imminent danger. So if I don't fix some of these events, my ship will die and I will lose the game. I'm going to try to come into the greenhouse and get a food. And the way I'm going to do that is by trying to match a pair. So because of the randomness of dice rolls, it doesn't really matter what I put in here. So I'm just going to do the 2 there, and I'm going to take Allison because I'm actually in a very sticky situation for round 2. Rolling all those 2s were nuts. And again, obviously I'm the 2 master. And I'm very much the 2 master. So what I've done is I've gone in and I've just made it so I can get a food to feed my astronauts. I'm going to finish my deployment, and it's going to finish out the round. I got pretty damaged. You'll notice that this is our narrator, and she's going through, and she's saying, we need to get some creative solutions because otherwise there's no way we're going to make it to Mars. I am hurting very badly. So I'm going to choose this. You'll notice we have something new here, which is cannibalism. So they've found another option, that body that we showed you in the med lab. They're basically deciding that we need to utilize it. So I am going to keep my... So what I'm thinking about right now is who do I want to remain sane? Because when I feed this astronaut, she starts losing it. It's the stress of the ship is too much for her. The stress of eating one of her friends is too much for her. And she's starting to trip out. Now I'm going to feed her, and she starts going crazy as well. This is very taxing mentally. You'll notice that I have the blood on my hands from still eating the flesh. So when I roll the dice with a character that has cannibalism, it's sort of a metaphor for what you've done. You'll notice that those minus 1 HPs are going through and essentially killing all of my characters. There's 2 people left. So one of them's saying we need to heal, and I kind of agree with Kayla here. So we're very nervous. There's no food, so I'm just going to go ahead and fill up these guys. I am not going to make it to Mars, not the way I've been playing with all these 2s, but whatever the case is, I'm going to start trying to work some of these big events down. So most of these events are actual things that have happened in space with NASA. So they're actually fairly true to life. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to come in with essentially my only choice and try to do this room without rolling 5s. Good thing I got that assist because I got a lot of 5s that I'm going to sit on. Well, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to put these in here. And I'm going to take this 4 and this 2, and I'm going to roll again. I have a 5. I think I'm going to repair the hull. and finish my deployment. And at this point, we're going to go through the damage phase, and I think that I will die here. So that is 4 rounds, I believe, of Tharsis. And you'll notice that it's tough, but at the same time, you'll start noticing creative solutions. And I purposely I made it 5 turns. I purposely tried to cap some of my my decisions to not get too far and not to show too much. But there are many ways that you can solve many problems in this game, and it ends up being a nice game of space Yahtzee.